Hello, my friends, and welcome back. It's good to be back with you guys. And today I will discuss a piece of news regarding the Russia's demands directed to Ukraine. I'm going to read it. I need my binoculars so I can see things closer. And it comes from an article in Reuters by Catherine Belton on March 7th, 2022. And we read, it says here that Russia has told Ukraine it is ready to halt military operations in a moment if Kiev meets a list of conditions, the Kremlin spokesman said on Monday. That means Dimitry Peskov. So Dmitry Peskov said Moscow was demanding that Ukraine cease military actions, change its constitution to enshrine neutrality, acknowledge Crimea as Russian territory, and recognize the separatist Republic of Donetsk and Lugansk as independent states. Well, wasn't this the whole thing here? Didn't they say that this is the reason why they will invade Ukraine? Because, those Ukrainian forces and Nazis that were integrated, the Azov battalion, they were integrated in the Ukrainian army. They were attacking the east side of Ukraine, mostly populated by ethnic Russians. Well, that happened. Well, it started after the Minsk agreements, right? After uh, the opposition toppled the democratically elected and corrupt, because Ukraine is a corrupt country, as many others in that area, and Russia too. And they toppled the government. They, with the help of United States, especially in 2014, the Maidan so-called revolution, Orange Revolution. There were some snipers over there, killed some people. Yanachenko fled the country. The United States cheered about it. Then you got the Eastern republics said we're not gonna put up with this, coup d'état that was orchestrated and put in practice by Nazis. Some people who really want democracy and freedom, and some outside support, namely United States and Great Britain. So we named the people, so we know them already. So then they said we're gonna separate, and then Kiev, the regime, sent military to kill those guys. Those guys retaliated, and then there was the Minsk agreements, where Ukraine said that they will stop shooting the other ones too, the separatists. Then they will have a referendum. They will vote for a new constitution. They will give some autonomy of the republics, a little bit more autonomy within Ukraine. And guess what? The Kiev government, the regime, they signed the protocols. So that's a international law. Boom, right there. And then they didn't do this. So since 2014 until 2022, they kept attacking those guys in the eastern provinces. The Russians told them, stop, we're going to get in. We're not going to allow Ukraine to become a NATO state. As, for instance, US was not allowed Cuba to get some Russian military infrastructure over there, some equipment, some defensive weapons, or let's say Mexico or Venezuela. So obviously there are a lot of crimes committed, probably on both sides. It's estimated that about 14,000 people died, civilians and combatants, since 2014, which the Russians call not Holocaust. We can't use that. A genocide, and they point that they use the same example as the Kosovo so-called genocide in former Yugoslavia, where Kosovarians, distinct kind of people, they broke away and with the help of NATO, bombarding an independent country, Serbia, they subdued it, and killed a lot of people. And they created this country that is not internationally recognized by everyone. Same thing you can claim with Crimea for the Russians, but obviously the the big club that I was talking about, will not use the same logic on both sides because they are hypocrites. So then now this situation with NATO, with Ukraine, and here you see that the United States defends NATO despite our problems. I mean, the gas was at the pump 4.29 today for unleaded, for the regular 4.29. A year ago, when Trump left in November, not when he left in January. When he left, it was 1.70. Right now, it's 4.29. Now we can blame the Russia conflict. We can blame the poor job of the Biden administration. Both are decision made by this government of the United States. So either way, you're in charge. This is what happened. You couldn't figure out what to do with the Russians, and then you imposed all those sanctions for Ukraine. That I don't know if Americans, when they're going to have like $6 a gallon at the pump, they will still support Ukraine, and they will have their meat, their electricity, their bread, their milk jumping like 200%. Then see how they're going to support that war. What are they going to do? Assassinate Putin? Putin? No, they can't do that. So anyway, so this is where we are. The Russians. There are two options here. One, either the Russians beat the shit out of Ukrainians, and they say, guys, we're going to destroy you. You better come to terms, otherwise we're going to just finish you off. Or they didn't do a good job, and then they try to strike a deal. But you can't strike a deal imposing things. Oh, you can bluff, that's true. And then the thing is, you have this president of the Ukraine Republic. He's not Ukrainian. He's trying to use guilt to have the whole world fight for him and his people, including the Nazis in his government and his armed forces, against Russia. Why would the rest of the world do that? But nevertheless, he uses guilt. If you don't help us, we're going to die, you're going to die. That's not going to happen. As of now, Russians did not do anything that they did not say they will do. They say, we're going to do this, they did it. We're going to do this, they did it. They're talking about Russia, all these mass media and all these government employees and politicians. Russia is going to conquer Ukraine. No, they will not do that. And then you have the Romanians and other countries that will get some Ukrainian Air Force warplanes on their territory. If those that are running away, flying away from Ukraine, if those airplanes are used to come back, then the Russian can bomb Romania. I give them that right, because you protect and help my enemy. So what am I going to do to you? I'm just going to give you a few bombs and see how the American shield will cover and help you guys. So, if you want to be fair all the way. And the defenders of the truth should stay there and fight. I'm talking about Romania, which obviously I was joking. So, 4 demands, 4, which I am pretty sure the paid politician Zelensky will not agree to, because he wants to draw Russia deeper and deeper into a war. And unfortunately, the real Ukrainian people will get to be refugees, will die, will have their lives wrecked because of these guys. These guys. I'm not talking Putin is a good guy or something, but this guy is definitely I can't use it. YouTube, I will not use it. No free speech, no freedom of opinion, or whatever you want to what we want to call it. So just think about those four demands, and if they're demands, that means they have the upper hand, and United States will not how to call it enforce a no fly zone over Ukraine. Because if any country hits any other country but Ukraine hits an airplane, a warplane, or fired uh, military jet that belongs to the Russian Air Force, that country will be hit back. I promise you, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. So if Poland misbehaves, if NATO misbehaves, in Romania theirs, but Romanians are cowards anyway, so they're double-faced. So if they misbehave, I I guarantee you that Russia will attack them. And then all the mass media say, see, we told you so. Putin is a crazy, he's going to go all the way in Europe. Stay where you are, Poland. Stay where you are, Great Britain, with your armies in Baltic countries and in Poland. Stay there. If you poke the bear, they're going to smack you back real bad. So we'll see how things develop. So anyway, stay strong, smart, look for the truth, and be just. See you later. Ciao.